See it.
Hey Laura, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy Wednesday. Oh boy.
Wednesday. I know. And I gotta say, Laura, I love this idea of what you wanted to talk about. I feel like this is a great topic. It's something that is so out of the norm that I think that's us, right? So out of the norm.
Right.
We're looking for
Yes.
stuff. We're looking for the things that we just want to bring up that you guys might go, huh, how clever. So with that, Laura, it's clever. So anyways, I'm turning it
Well,
to you.
we're going to talk about popcorn. The other, sorry, my picture keeps coming up. I'm having some problems with my camera. Sorry. I'm here, even if you don't see my face, you see a picture. Um, we're going to talk about popcorn. I'm telling Debbie yesterday, that's all kept coming in my mind was popcorn, popcorn, popcorn. And I said, maybe we're supposed to do something about popcorn. So then I started looking up some stuff, and it was really interesting. The stuff that, yeah, look what Deb's got popcorn. I yeah, cool. And good job. Well, you know what? We eat popcorn at the baseball games. We eat popcorn at the movies. They used to have the drive-in movies, but now the kids have those blow-up things where you can watch movies outside. I mean, there's a lot of popcorn is really huge in the summer and stuff. So, but we're going to talk a little bit about the history, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the benefits. A lot of people are doing keto and low carbs and stuff like that, but there's a lot of nutritional things with popcorn that will help us stay on diets. But with that, popcorn, Deb, was discovered thousands of years ago, and it was captivated people for centuries. I mean, popcorn, came in the kernels and they popped them over fire. And, I mean, it has been around forever. And, it dates back thousands of years. And you know that in Egypt, it was very big in Egypt. That's how far back it goes. Could you believe that? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I didn't know that at all. I just remember as a kid that we had the Jiffy popcorn with the like where you put it like in the and stuff. And I know
Right.
in Girl Scouts we use that a lot too, and all that kind of stuff. But I never had a clue that we had history per se in popcorn, you know?
Right, exactly. I didn't either, and it's just amazing how we're finding out all these things. I thought popcorn was like from when they came, the pilgrims, or when they came to this country, years ago, Christopher Columbus. That's what I thought it was.
Well,
But
I
but
thought of cornstalk farmers and then how they take, the cornels and kernels or whatever and let them dry out and they do it. I never had a clue. Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's crazy. Um, you know what? There was also a popcorn dance. It says popcorn was in the early 16th century in the Aztec Indian ceremony. They used to have it. It says also a number of young women dance having so vowed a popcorn dance. As thick as a tassel of maize where the popcorn garlands were, and they placed them upon the girls' heads. Isn't that awesome?
I remember making popcorn chains, like decorating trees and stuff too. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, it goes back Peruvian Indians, the Spanish people, South America was huge on popcorn kernels. They found them in burial grounds.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but recent history, um, sorry, my notes keep going. This is a crazy day for me today. You want to go ahead, Deb, since I kind of lost my track here?
What I'm gonna go to just kind of bring it over to really the health benefits for right
All
now.
right, let's
Anything
talk
else?
about how I
Yeah.
guess I might not even care about this.
Um, so basically, there's first one number one thing is popcorn's so high in fiber. So fiber is good. You don't want to overdo it though. It's good. But it's also
Right.
very high in antioxidants, okay? And so it helps reduce, and this is so interesting, Lori, diabetes, heart disease, and hypertension. So if you're going to choose something, over a salty pretzel. Okay. I mean, now I've got popcorn in here that is actually made with coconut oil, and
Oh, my,
it has
okay,
Himalayan salt, which Himalayan salt is supposed to be your better salt for whatever reason.
all right.
I don't know where we bought this because I think one of my kids might have bought it in a big bag, but it's already previously popped and it's in a big bag. It's a lighter popcorn. Aldi's has a good light one. There's a lot of them, but if you're doing one that's not all gooped up with all the gobs of butter and oil, and it has the right kind of oil, you're actually bringing benefit, but you also have to be mindful. My problem is that I'm going to look at this and I've got it about this full, which I think is a little, it's not even 3 cups yet. I think you can go the whole way, but I would
This is
eat
standard. Oh,
over and like I would fill and fill and fill. That's my problem. Because when I start eating it, I want to keep eating it. Okay.
hi,
And
me too.
yeah, so that was mine. But keeping in mind how healthy it is for you, you got to do, a really good assessment of how you are eating it, And one thing I also want to mention, turn it back over to you, Lori, is that they say like there's a lot of nutrition, but it's also good for weight management because it has such a high fiber on it. So it's just really good. So anyways, that's my story that I know, and I'm going to send it to you.
Right, like Debbie says, there's a lot of antioxidants in there, and oh, here I go. Today I'm having a bad day. I'm sorry, everyone. There's a lot of nutrients. There's only about 93 calories in 3 cups of air pop popcorn. I don't know if anybody has those air pop poppers anymore. Do you, Deb?
I have one, but I don't use it. I'm lazy. I just do the microwave kind with in some instances or buy the bag.
Yeah. Or yeah, but they're not that many calories, maybe 120, 110. I mean, because I look at all the bags too. And it's got approximately 3 grams of protein.
Ooh,
Okay. And
okay.
it has approximately 18.6 grams of carbohydrates. Now,
Okay.
well, you know this or not, Debbie, but because I've been seeing a nutritionist and stuff like that. They're saying to stay under 100 grams of carbs a day.
Okay.
Healthy.
So
Okay. Yeah,
healthy, normal diet,
right,
basically.
right.
Okay.
And then and he has only zero point 0.2 grams of sugar.
Okay.
Okay, 1.1 grams of fat. But
Okay.
of course, if you put butter on there and you put a lot of salt on and everything, it kind of ruins it a little bit. But you know what? Butter is really good for the fat because you do need fat. That's what the keto diet is,
Yeah.
that do some fat. We never get enough fat in our diets at all. I know when I was doing strictly keto, I always had a lot of problems getting my fats in and stuff. I had no problems doing the carbohydrates, but the
Right.
other thing. But there's a lot of things you could use. Like you could do instead of light butter, you could do light butter.
Hmm.
You use like as a light butter, like a spray butter,
Yeah. Yeah.
or olive oil, like an olive oil
Yeah.
spray,
Hmm.
chili flakes.
Yeah.
You know what I've done before? I've actually done, I pop my own popcorn and I put garlic in the oil. And then when you pop the popcorn, you get that whole thing of that garlicky flavor of the popcorn. So I mean you can really, really go really all out with stuff like that. Um, I don't know, Joe. Let me see what here. You
Yeah,
know,
while you're looking there for a second, I just want to add something in there.
yeah,
Okay, so we all have to have our little like times that we have to have a little something. So if you buy the mini M&Ms, the ones that are really small, the tiny, tiny ones, and just put a sprinkle of those in there, it actually gives you just a little bit of something. It's kind of nice.
that's a great idea. That's a real great idea. And I don't know who the brand is, and I'm not going to go look for it now, but I actually got these little bags of popcorn that had these miniature kernels in popcorn. There
Yep.
were popcorn, but there were miniature popcorns in there.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I saw that on Shark Tank. I think
Yeah,
I saw where they um pop Oh, it'll come to me. There's a name, but
Well, you know what? I got it at my famous Continental sales.
oh, totally.
Let's go
Totally.
open from, going in the pool and getting a snack afterwards. And I
Yep.
go, these are the cutest things. I never paid attention that there were many little mini popcorn.
So another thing is, I think you might have mentioned a little bit, but there's some interesting blends with like salt and pepper, but like kind of a little bit more of a spicier pepper, and that is really addicting. That is so addicting. And also some people like their popcorn sweet. So
I
I'm trying to think. I know cinnamon and sugar, but I know again we don't want to add the sugar. But I'm just saying maybe just a smidge, right?
I wonder if you could put the diet sugar in there. That would work. I'm gonna try that
That's a guy. That's a good idea.
tonight. I'll let you guys know how that comes out.
Now,
But
may I just please add in something that I just thought of that just came to my head? There's a lot of people out there as you're aging and younger, because my husband, when he was young, discovered he had diverticulosis. And you people can't have the popcorn because of the kernels, because you can't, those little sticky kernels can get caught in your digestive tract and actually in your colon. So if you happen to be a person that has that, or feel like when you eat popcorn, you have a problem, make sure you don't continue to eat it, and definitely check into it. Because again, Lori and this is kind of a fun, crazy, impromptu subject that we chose, and it's a little quicker one today because it's not as detailed. But there are ramifications to overdoing anything. And so do make sure, like if you're not feeling good or something, or you're getting some pain,
oh, it's a great
you've been eating or start eating more popcorn, there is something that this popcorn can cause.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
And
right.
it's not the only culprit, you guys, but it's one of the big ones that they talk about. So just be careful. I do believe there could be companies out there that do make hulless, like where they get that little thing out. So you know what I'm talking about, Laura, that little sheer part that's just, it came
Yeah,
off
right.
corn kernel, and it kind of it's soft when you make regular corn, but and that's still hard to digest for those people, but when it gets popped, it's like a shell almost, right?
Right. You
Yeah.
know what you can do with popcorn too? I've done before. Oh boy, I'm so sorry about my camera. It's just crazy.
Okay. You're there, you keep flashing, we love it.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm sorry. Have you ever done like Rice Krispie squares when you do it with popcorn, marshmallows,
Yes, or popcorn balls. Remember popcorn?
popcorn balls? You can make it with the marshmallows instead of like the corn stuff.
And
Yeah. Oh yeah. The kids love that stuff.
oh,
You could
absolutely.
even take it and make a popcorn ball and put it on one of those fat popsicle sticks.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then thing and tie with a bow and stuff. Go ahead.
I got another one. Take
Go
that.
ahead.
Let's go for a little chocolate though. Okay, let's go for a little bit of fattening with it. Just
Definitely
because you have
chocolate.
to have it sometimes, guys. Take it and dip it into chocolate and have a chocolate outer coating, almost like a cake pop, but inside it's popcorn. So really, if you only don't put a very thick layer on it and you use, it's not terrible. Use dark chocolate. It's better for you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that sounds really good. Well, you know what? I don't know what's going on with this
Oh
camera.
dear.
You know what? I think it's time to get a new one. I bought a new one and it didn't work, so I gotta get another one. Today's Amazon Prime,
It's on
so
with Amazon. Maybe you should check on there. Also,
yeah,
one more thing. I just want to tell you, I know there's stores in the big cities, okay? Like for instance, what's that one? Garrett's popcorn or whatever. I mean, that's a
Garrett, only
yeah.
the best.
Okay. But you're not going to get your healthier version of popcorn. But if you do want to frequent there, that Chicago mix is bomb. That one with the cheddar and then with the caramel. But they have like jalapeno, they have you name it. It's almost like Jelly Bellies. You know Jelly Bellies, that you have like those little jelly beans and they have like 65 different flavors, pina colada, coconut, all this stuff. Well, those stores have a lot of their interesting flavors. And you know what? They make a nice gift. Okay, so you could do some fun stuff. Let's just say over the holidays. I'm just thinking of this, it's coming to my head. And you want to make little like things for people. I've seen where you can take almost like, remember the concept of puppy chow where you would do like, you'd mix in like butter and all this stuff and you'd put in chocolate and all this stuff. I've seen them take popcorn and drizzle white chocolate and like cinnamon and really like mix it up very gently. So you're not like overpowering it, right? But then you get little plastic bags and you let it cool, put it in there, put a little bow on there, and you could just add that to a gift, and get some lotion or something, or you know,
They got mason jars out now, all different sizes, because you
oh,
don't
that's a good idea.
put them in mason jars and decorate the mason jars.
I
That'd
think
be a project for a kid to do, paint the mason jar.
I have an idea. Let's do a concept of one of our times where we talk about mason jars and bags and what you can do, all the creative ideas, trail mixes. They have where you layer them up, or sometimes they have where you can actually do jars where you can put like in recipes. Like if you take this jar right here, you can make sugar cookies or whatever. And like talk about that with like popcorn and all these things, because I think we can add some fun twist to it,
Yeah,
homemade gifts, homemade,
all that tips, that would be a great thing to do. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so I mean, there's not really much more, but you know what? Why don't everybody get creative the rest of this week and make some interesting popcorn stuff and post it on our Facebook page? Really curious to know what people come up with. I think it's going to be great.
I
And
love
I'll
it.
put some of this history on our page so you could read it because it is pretty interesting. And well, Deb, I think it's time that we say goodbye because my thing will not cooperate.
Well, you know what? We knew, guys, this was going to be a short segment. We had came up with this idea and we knew that it wasn't going to be something that we were going to go long on. But Laura, you want to close us out because you were
Well,
seeing close
guys,
out.
great week. Pop some popcorn and let us know what you do. And you know what? Enjoy. And with that, I'm going to say I'm Lori,
And I'm Debbie.
friends helping friends. Pop, pop, pop. Bye bye.
All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.